I usually do not do this kind of comparisons, but since these are the cheaper IEMs in the series of Eclipse from DUNU, I just want to tell you guys what you are getting and what you are not getting when you are paying $220 for the Falcon Pro and nearly $700 for the Zen. I do not have the Zen Pro. I do not think I'll be getting the Zen Pro because the upgrade does not feel very reasonable. Both IEMs have switch pins, as you guys can see. This one has a slightly different kind of switch pin. I have showed you guys. I have already shown you guys, but nevertheless, let me show it to you again. When this one has the notch in the inner side, you can see the that goes into this groove like this. The original version, I'll have to say the original because this came out first. This one had the groove off of the pins or on the body. On the body, you guys can see on the body, there is the groove and this is the notch. Slightly different kind of setup, but similar nevertheless, very similar. uh, you guys can see both have metal shells. This one looks slightly more cooler, but this one really definitely feels more premium, and there is no denying that this is a premium IEM. This is a more entry level IEM. Nevertheless, when it comes to sound quality, both are different, fairly different when it comes to the presentation and stuff, where the Zen is a bit more musical and a lot more involving. The the Falcon Pro is not that musical or that involving to me. It is good, no problem with that. It's it's aptly good, but it has a more mature kind of, a bit less musical or fun kind of sound to it. I'm using the atmospheric emotion nozzles here, and Sony tips, and no nozzles here. Nevertheless, this one is a lot more fun and more crispier than this one. This one feels slightly dampened. There is a bit of dampening going on here, where it does not have the timbre. It slightly is weighed down. The notes feels slightly less free, where the mid range of the Zen is a lot more free. It has the freedom, and they feel really unrestricted, while this one feels slightly opposed or slightly restricted, which is okay. Given that it is a $220 IEM, I should not be complaining, but this is the comparison, and comparison goes only this way. You compare with each other, and when it comes to the lower end, both are very similar. This one slightly lacks with the rounded feeling, but both have similar kind of bass. This one is a bit more fuller, slightly more meatier. The decay is very good on both. This one is slightly faster, this one is slightly slower. Nevertheless, very good. This one is a bit more texture, bit more details. Obviously, this one is slightly lacking there. When it comes to mid range, as I said, this one is slightly more mid focused IM, since the upper treble is not that excellent, and the bass is not groundbreaking either. The mid range is superb on the Zen, and I love the mid range of this IEM. This is just simply one of the best IEM if you like mid range clarity and details. This is excellent. Does this lack in mid range? No, no. The Falcon Pro 2 does not have much problem with the mid range, especially the vocals are very good. I like the vocal region, it is very clean, clear, but it does lack slight bit of uh, intricate details, more complicated details are not very clean and clear or transparent with the Falcon Pro, while that is available with the Zen. Even in the mid-range treble region, the details in between notes are much more clearer and transparent with the Zen, while that is slightly a point of struggle for the Falcon is not bad, but it's not a competition to the Zen for sure. When it comes to treble region, Falcon is better. It has more consistency. It has better upper treble energy and transparency. Not very sparkly. This is reasonably sparkly, and that sparkle is similar with the Zen 2. It's not a very sparkly or lively IEM, but the upper treble is a lot less transparent and energetic, which really robs it of some some brilliance. But nevertheless, it is still a bit more detailed IEM. When it comes to details, obviously the Zen wins it by a big margin, but this is not a bad IEM at all. I don't know why I decided to compare this two, but nevertheless, uh, since both these IEMs are from the same series and this is the latest entrant to that, I thought that I should do that. And when it comes to stage, obviously Zen has a much bigger stage, much rounded, a very big stage to be precise, that is nearly 50% bigger than the uh, Falcon Pro. So overall, this is a more premium IEM. You guys can gauge from the cables to this cable and this cable. There is a huge difference. Nevertheless, there are some similarities too. The switch pins are there. This one has nozzle and stuff. You guys can see. I should show you again nozzles and stuff. I do believe that this mesh this mesh we see here is slightly messing up the sound. I think Dunu should try the sound without this mesh. This mesh is slightly restricting the sound, but who am I to judge? Who am I to advise them? Nevertheless, that's it. That is the comparison of Falcon Pro and Zen. Not Zen Pro, it's the Zen, the original Zen. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy.